Hello, my name is Gonzalo Rosales, and today I'll be telling you guys a story about two brothers that recorded a love song in the pursuit of happiness to create a captivating new sound and deliver their message to the world. Band's name is John Julian. John Julian are two brothers, John Webb and Julian Webb. Both live in the San Fernando Valley, just 20 miles north of Los Angeles, California, in a small town called Encino. If you guys are from the San Fernando Valley, then you guys understand that church is everything. And within that church, the Baptist community has the biggest influence. John Webb Sr. is the worship leader director for all those Baptist churches in the San Fernando Valley. Needless to say, John Julian, music is everything in the household. John Webb, at a small age, began to hone in his craft, and he started listening to people such as Brian McKnight and Boyz II Men, Charlie Wilson, to create the silkiest R&B voice I have ever heard in my entire life. Julian went a different route. He was influenced by rock, so he picked up a guitar and started to mimic riffs of Audioslave, P.O.D., Rage Against the Machine, and created a powerhouse sound like none other. John Julian, at a small age, because we're stuck in the same household and had no resources, started to rehearse with each other. Julian would play to John's vocals and John would write to Julian's guitar. Later, they would realize that they were creating a sound that would later be identified as John Julian. This sound is that of P.O.D., Rage Against the Machine, or Audioslave, with a lead singer such as The Weeknd or Miguel. A sound that nobody's ever heard. A fresh sound that people be captivated by. John Julian's family influenced them to go and record a song. Because of that, they went to North Hollywood, a Studio City Sound recording facility, and recorded their first single called Apocalypto. After finishing Apocalypto, they showed it to their family and friends, and because of the positive feedback, they decided to go back and record their self-titled album, John Julian. After John Julian, they began to work the album the only way they knew, which was performing live. John Julian's freakish individual performances captivated all their listeners, and their supernatural live shows experience were the ones that kept them coming back. John Julian playing the House of Blues on the Sunset Strip, the Viper Room Whiskey, and the Roxy began to build a fan base. Later, because of that fan base and the noise, a creative group called Stellar Roar, which produced runway fashion shows, called them to be their entertainment. They later went on and had some kind of media exposure, but not enough to create the noise they needed to break out as new artists. John Julian's demographics are that of male Caucasians, 18 to 28 years old. They kind of dress like military attire with the European influence and like to do hobbies such as going to music festivals and concerts. Why is John Julian good for the 300 and above program? John Julian are artists that have the sound, have the ability to write music, and are fresh and unique. 3,300 and above will build this band to the point where they can get exposure and people will listen to them for them to be able to get released into the world. What makes them different from any other? John Julian are two brothers with a musical wave between the two that nobody has. John Julian write music and know what each other's thinking at any point in time because they've been rehearsing for so long. They did not begin playing music together when formed John Julian, but they began playing music together when they realized their love for music. Why do I think John Julian should be picked for this program? I think they should be picked for this program so the world can hear them and realize what John Julian really is.